Welcome back to Kyalami, single-seater racing now. And this Formula V action is proudly brought to you by Rapid Motion. Round 7 of the Pro Tour, back at Kyalami, also round 7 of the Formula V Championship. Very, very tight as far as the championship standings are concerned. Reigning champion Alan Holm leading Dennis Johns by just 3 points. Jaco Schricks, Holm's teammate, in third position. He's just 6 points further back. And Peter Hills, former champion, only 5 points further back. Peter Hills gets pole position ahead of Dennis Johns. Jaco Schricks in third ahead of Trevor Bland. And look at that, Alan Holm only down in 8th. So Peter, pole position at Kyalami once again. This is a specialist track for you, it seems.
Yeah, Kyalami is probably one of my favourite tracks. You don't need big horsepower here. I think a little finesse, as you would say. And yeah, I managed to go around here quicker than the rest of them.
But you need a good result because the championship has certainly not gone well for you recently.
Yeah, the last 2 rounds, the one at Swartkorps, I blew a motor just before the first heat and I didn't have enough time to change motors, so I had to borrow Ben Pinal's car. And in East London, we also had a bit of bad luck. I think we actually froze radiators on the way down and I lost water in the first practice and overheated the motor there as well.
Peter Hills on the right-hand side of your screen, Dennis Johns on the left-hand side, and Johns gets a very good start off the line there. I think he's got the jump on Peter Hills as they come into turn 1. Yes, indeed, it looks like Dennis Johns is taking the lead. The story of this race is going to be how Alan Holm, if he does succeed, how he makes his way up the order. Keep in mind the number 1 car, the blue car, just going through there now. Trying to go on the inside of Zaire Essa in the silver car. I think he's made up a position. So Alan Holm, the reigning champion, he needs to score some points because he needs to stretch his lead in the championship. Meanwhile, down the old Bain Straight, here comes Jaco Schricks. That's Alan Holm's teammate down the inside of Peter Hills. Has he taken him? So Hills was in second place. Has he dropped back to third position? Well, he's defending as they go into Goodyear corner for the first time. Hills on the inside. Meanwhile, Dennis Johns is putting away, and Trevor Bland also in the black car with the yellow stripe. He's also getting his nose stuck into that. Some of the back markers also getting themselves sorted out as this race starts to progress for the first time up the hill through the S's now. We'll pick up the order as they come up to the tabletop. Very steep climb up the hill there. There you can see a good camera angle that shows just exactly how steep it is. So it is Dennis Johns from Peter Hills, Trevor Bland in third place, Jaco Schricks in the blue car in fourth position, and the orange car, that is young Courtney Steenveld, tries to get on the inside of Sim Grobler there, trying to take that position away from him. That's a battle for fifth. They come down the mine shaft for the first time, absolutely flat out. The battles are raging right from the front and right throughout the field. Still early days in this race. Trevor Bland has a look once again. Is he going to make it stick this time down the inside of Peter Hills? Well, that line is going to cost him some momentum, and that means that Jaco Schricks in the number 5 car is going to close up on him. And look at that, Alan Holm has already cleared those ahead of him. He's now going to move up into 7th position, I think, as they come around the final corner for the first time at the end of lap 1. As they cross the line, we pick up the official race order, but I can tell you it is Dennis Johns, and he's starting to pull away now as the others squabble behind him. So it's Dennis Johns crossing the line first, ahead of Peter Hills. Then Trevor Bland, Jaco Schricks is 4th. Alan Holm is up into 5th position. Are they going to swap? We'll have to wait and see. Courtney Steenveld is 6th. Then Sim Grobler 7th. Zaire 8th, SI in 8th position. And Johan Goos is in 9th place there in the background. So the top 9 now starting to stretch out a little bit, but the battle of the race is going to be for 2nd position because Dennis Johns is clearing off into the distance. Peter Hills seemed to have lost some, I don't know whether it's power or maybe the car isn't quite performing as well as he would like it to in race conditions, because he certainly was pretty fast in qualifying. Hills now on the defensive as he gets put under pressure by Trevor Bland, who goes down the inside. A nice clean move. Can he make it stick? And here are the 2 teammates just behind them. Yes, Trevor Bland has got into 2nd position. Is Alan Holm going to be able to get past his teammate Jaco Schricks? And somebody spins there. That's Nico Blichnout. Nico Blichnout, who spins his car, was well outside the top 10. He's going to try and rejoin. Oh, he's driven into the kitty litter there. He's not going to get out of there. Believe me, it's designed to get the car to dig in. So that, unfortunately, is the end of Nico Blichnout's race. Meanwhile, Dennis Johns is stretching his lead. Trevor Bland is trying to catch up with the race leader and at the same time trying to defend his 2nd position from Peter Hills. He does not take the defensive line. Those are 2 teammates. There's no team orders in that team. Jaco Schricks in the number 5 car is still leading his the reigning champion, his teammate, Alan Holm. as they come into the chicane once again. Oh, this battle is just going to make things so easy for Dennis Johns at the front, because these drivers are slowing each other down as they come around to complete yet another lap. The order hasn't changed much as they come across the line. Once again is Dennis Johns from Trevor Bland. Peter Hill's a little bit further back. This is the battle, it's the battle for 10th position. Stan Alford in the orange car leading Yannick Geyser Jr., then Andre van der Merwe, Gareth Jackson in the blue car, and Alan Eustace is in 14th position. So apart from the battle, here comes Yannick Geyser down the inside. They're getting going. Oh, he's knocked his nose. They're getting it wrong, the two of them there. The drivers tend to try and give each other enough space when they do overtaking maneuvers, but in this case it didn't quite work out, so Stan Alford is going to lose out. That car's aerodynamics is certainly going to be affected by the loss of his nose cone, although it doesn't seem that it will affect the handling of his car. Going back to the front now as the battle now for second position, and Alan Holm has moved up. Look at that, Alan Holm has moved up into third position. So he's certainly making his way up the order. Johns is still leading. Bland is still in second position, but now he knows he's got the reigning champion on his tail. Peter Hills is going backwards very quickly. He's now under pressure from Jaco Schricks, and there in the orange car is Courtney Steenveld from Cape Town. He's certainly made his mark in Formula V racing this season, and he's shown that he's willing to mix it with the other more experienced drivers as he takes Jaco Schricks there. He takes him for fifth position. Good, clean move into Goodyear corner. Lap 5 out of 8, and still Dennis Johns is leading. Alan Holm has moved into second position, and this is Steenveld. Courtney Steenveld challenging, and I think he may well have taken that third place away from Trevor Bland, but Bland has got the run and has got the inside line down the mine shaft. This is second just gone through is Alan Holm, then third and fourth, and these two drivers are fighting wheel to wheel. Behind them it's Peter Hills, and he's being chased still. Well, he's not that close now. He's Jaco Schricks. Now he seems to have made it stick. Well done, Courtney Steenveld, but I somehow feel that this battle is not over at all. This is the battle for the final podium position, and he chops across his bows as they come under braking and turn in for the chicane. I told you earlier, Steenveld is not scared of racing and mixing it with far more experienced drivers, and he's certainly doing it. When another nose cone flies off, that's Trevor Bland who loses his nose cone. I thought they got a little bit close together there in the chicane. So Alan Holm in a fairly safe second position. Now in the final podium place is Courtney Steenveld. Trevor Bland is probably going to settle for that. Or is he? We'll have to wait and see. There's still just a little bit less than half the race to go. Peter Hills rather in a fairly safe fifth position at the moment. Jaco Schricks in sixth place. So they seem to have settled down as far as the major positions are concerned. On the final lap of this race, Dennis Johns is starting to get amongst the back markers, putting some laps on them. He's got a very comfortable lead. This is him. He's got only one more corner to go. Alan Holm is still in second position. Courtney Steenveld and Trevor Bland are still fighting it out for that third place. The final place on the podium, the checkered flag is out. And Dennis Johns is going to make it 3 in a row after his 2 victories in East London. He's certainly coming through very strongly as the season progresses. And Alan Holm goes across the line in second position. It looks like, yes, it's Trevor Bland. Trevor Bland just gets that third place just on the line, and Courtney Steenveld will be absolutely distraught. Peter Hills has to settle for fifth place ahead of Jaco Schricks. Sim Grobler seventh ahead of Zaire Essa, Johan Gous and Andre van der Merwe. Dennis, well done. Another victory under the belt.
Yeah, it's starting to come right now. We're getting the wins that we're looking for.
And you got the jump on the line and then just took off.
Yeah, I managed to get an excellent start. I don't know if Peter bogged down or what, but I had a good go and got into turn 2 in front, and from there I just opened up.
And Alan, what a drive from 8th to 2nd.
No, it was quite hectic. Like having to come through the field like that. We're all so close to each other, and the lap times are so similar. Had to pull some do-or-die maneuvers to get through, but yeah, we're safe. We're here.
Did you get a fright sometimes, thinking, "Ooh, you shouldn't take the chance"?
No, you know, I knew I wasn't going to take anyone out. You know, if I take a chance and I fall off on my own, well, then it's my bad luck. But I just didn't want to take anyone else out, so I just gave it my all. That's all.
The start of race 2, over 8 laps as well. On the front row, it's Dennis Johns and Alan Holm. Who gets the best getaway there? It looks like Dennis Johns once again. He has certainly got the start down to a fine art, and I think Alan Holm has lost out to Trevor Bland. This is the other blue car of his teammate, Jaco Schricks. And way back there, Peter Hills, who's gone backwards very fast as the weekend has progressed. Unfortunately for him, it's just a bad luck weekend for him so far. But our attention is certainly at the front, and it is Dennis Johns who's leading Trevor Bland. Dennis Johns just certainly is off the line like a demon, and there's no question even of a jump start. Look at the battle behind them for third. It's Alan Holm being chased there by Courtney Steenveld and Jaco Schritz. So Alan Holm has lost one position off the line. Peter Hills down in 6th. Zaire Essa in the silver car just behind him in 7th. Sim Grobler in 8th position in the number 4 car, the red one. And the second red car, that's Johan Goos. And Alan Holm wants to, or that's rather Jaco Schritz, wants to get the position from Courtney Steenveld, but it's not going to be that easy. Steenveld is a hard young racing driver. Uphill they go towards Westbank for the first time. To pick up the order, it is Dennis Johns from Trevor Bland. Alan Holm a little bit further back. Courtney Steenveld, he's under pressure from Jaco Schritz. Peter Hills, there's Zaire Essa just taking a position from Sim Grobler, who has he defended against it, and Johan Goos in 9th position. Down the mine shaft they go. This is absolutely flat out. They don't even lift an inch as they go through the left-hander at the bottom of the mine shaft. The crowd certainly being entertained by some great racing in the Formula V category here at Kyalami. As always, they come through the chicane for the first time in this race to complete lap number 1 out of 8. And the top 9 are absolutely all together. It's the top 8 of them. Well, the top 9, in fact, they're all together. Lap 1, it is Dennis Johns from Trevor Bland. Very close between the two of them there. Dennis Johns cannot relax for a single moment. Alan Holm is lurking in 3rd place. Then Jaco Schritz, Courtney Steenveld. Fine battle between these two for 4th. Then Peter Hills in 6th. Sim Grobler in 7th. Ahead of Zaire Essa and Johan Goos, the top 3 now, starting to break away from the rest of the field. They certainly seem to be in a class of their own, but they certainly not seem to be slowing each other down. Alan Holm now, he has a look. Has he got the line down the inside? This is a dangerous corner to try and overtake. If you can't get it right, you are certainly going to cry some big tears. So he decides to back out of that one. Trevor Bland lives to fight another day. And Holm not quite close enough to try and get 2nd position away through Goodyear Corner. Courtney Steenveld leading this train of, how many cars is this? This is 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th and 9th. So fine battle going on there behind the top 3 as they start to break away now. They're certainly starting to break away. And Dennis Johns also starting to stretch that lead over Trevor Bland a little bit. Bland is under pressure from Alan Holm. Here's another attack on the inside at Westbank Corner. This time he's got him under braking. We'll have to wait and see whether he's actually going to make it stick. And Courtney Steenveld is defending as hard as he can to hold on to that 4th position rather. Down the mine shaft they go as well. And yes, Alan Holm has got it. Yes, he has. Alan Holm has got that 2nd position. And now he can put his sights on the leader. But is Trevor Bland going to make it easy for him or not? Is he going to have to defend and settle for his 2nd place? The end of the race will be the proof of that. Here's the battle in the midfield once again. Stan Alford now has fixed his nose, followed by Alan Eustace. He's being chased by Gareth Jackson. This is the battle from 12th backwards. Andre van der Merwe in the number 51 car. Just there in 15th position, being chased by Jannie Geyser Jr. in the number 63 car. His old man Jannie Geyser is not in this race, so he's the only Geyser flying the family flag in this race. And he's currently lying in 16th position. Meanwhile, at the front, things are still as hot as they come. The top 3 haven't changed. Jaco Schritz is in 4th position. Has he made it stick? Yes, he's got that 4th position from Courtney Steenveld. It drops down to 5th. Peter Hills is still holding on for dear life in 6th position. He won't be happy with his performance so far this weekend because he's losing points to his main competitors in the championship. Certainly not been good for him. Let's see how they battle. Oh, and things have changed as they came out of Goodyear Corner. Courtney Steenveld has gone back into 4th place. Peter Hills has moved into 5th, so he's also made up 1 place. Jaco Schritz is the big loser there. He drops down to 6th ahead of Sim Grobler now, and he wants to come back. He certainly wants to come back on that one. But Hills is probably quietly smiling beneath his crash helmet. This is the battle for 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th and 9th. This is great Formula V racing, as always. Here's the battle up front on lap 5, and still it continues, but it's changed. It's Alan Holm who's got the lead. Alan Holm has taken the lead from Dennis Johns. This is exactly where the reigning champion wants to be. He needs to stretch his lead in the championship. He's going for his 4th consecutive title, so he certainly needs all the points he can get. Trevor Bland is in 3rd. Courtney Steenveld in 4th. Then Peter Hills is holding on to that 5th place. Jaco Schritz is in 6th. Then Grobler, Essa, Goos And a little bit further, maybe a little bit out of shot also, is Ben Pienaar completing the top 10. But certainly a great battle also going on here between Zaid Essa and Sim Grobler. But the battle of the race is the one up front. Will Dennis Johns be able to get past Alan Home? Now, Home is a very, very clever and crafty racing driver, so it's not going to be easy. Both of them have been champion in the past, of course. Alan Home holds the record for 3 consecutive titles, and he's been around the block a few times, but is he going to lose out on this one? Here comes Dennis Johns. He's just slipstream past and retakes that lead. Oh, Alan Home just had to back out of that one, because that's certainly not the place to try and stick your car down the inside of the opposition. So Dennis Johns has shown that he wants to get his second double in 2 consecutive races. There's an incident further back. It's Andre van der Merwe. Stan Alford goes into the back of Andre van der Merwe. Now, I've never seen anything like this. He's stuck on the back of van der Merwe's car, Stan Alford. Now that's what a tandem Formula V car looks like, and I don't think Van der Merwe's got any other choice. You can only laugh about this. I think both of them are probably smiling a bit wryly there, but that's the end of the race. Unfortunately, I've never seen anything like this in any form of single-seater racing. On the final lap now, and still the battle continues up front. The leaders are coming in amongst the back markers. Dennis Johns is leading Alan Home. The red and yellow car of James Evans is 1 lap down, and he moves over for Courtney Steenveld, who's in 3rd position. Trevor Bland wants to take that position away from him, but he's certainly not going to do it that easily. Steenveld wants to get the podium position. Definitely Bland is going to have to fight for that one. Hills is still in 5th, Schrutz in 6th, Essa in 7th, and Grobler in 8th position. The battle up front has not let up for a single moment. It's still anybody's race, and this battle for the final podium position is also going to continue until the end of this race. No question about that. Dennis Johns seems to have stretched that lead a little bit. He's about half a lap from his second victory of the day, his 4th consecutive race win. But of course, he still has to get there. He still has to keep it on the black stuff, and hopefully no mechanical troubles lie ahead for him. But Alan Home is ready there. He's ready. He's getting very close. He's ready to pick it up. He's going to go down the mine shaft. Only got a few more opportunities to try and get back that lead and score maximum points. Has Home. But is Dennis Johns going to make it easy for him? The answer is obviously and clearly no. He's not going to make it easy for him. He's aiming for a second Formula V title in his career. So Dennis Johns is certainly going to try and stretch that lead. The way they stand at the moment, by my reckoning, Dennis Johns should be leading Alan Home by just a few points in the championship standings come the end of the race. One more corner to go, and it looks like Dennis Johns has got it in the bag. He's not even taking the defensive line. Alan Home is certainly not attacking. Oh, he's overcooked that acceleration a little bit. So that's the end of it for him. And Home has to settle for 2nd position. And well done, Dennis Johns, taking his 2nd consecutive victory here at Kyalami today. Who's going to finish in 3rd? And it is going to be Courtney Steenveld. Courtney Steenveld who gets that podium position. So well done to the youngster from Cape Town. But lo and behold, when the official results came out, Alan Home and Jaco Schrutz both excluded by the clerk of the course for technical infringements, which moves Courtney Steenveld into 2nd.
So it's all thanks to India Oil and Denali Manufacturing and all other sponsors which I have not mentioned. It's all because of them that I have this package. It's a perfect package. I'm right, the car's right, and we're finally coming right.
Connie, it's great to have all those sponsors on board, but it's you behind the wheel and you're really, really looking strong now. Where are you lying in the championship? Because we've got 3 rounds to go and you're looking good.
I'm about 5th or 4th in the championship. I'm not really sure, but I'm sure this race will have boosted my championship hopes.
Certainly boosted the championship hopes for Dennis Johns, who opens a huge lead due to, or maybe thanks to, Jaco Schrutz and Alan Home being disqualified for the day. Peter Hills moves up into 2nd. This Formula V action was proudly brought to you by Rapid Motion.